Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to TNFNU, Thoughts, Feelings, and Updates. I wanted to just talk to you guys today about what's going on this week. It's been kind of a weird week because since last week I announced that I'm opening my books and I'm kind of doing some changes and getting a lot more projects done. The response has been overwhelming and positive. By the way, I still have one spot left on my books. So I have 4 spots that are filled, and I've already kind of gotten the ball rolling a little bit on those, just very little. But I'm probably not going to start those till January because I'm going to talk to you about other things I have going on. But I still have 1 spot left. And your guys' support has been amazing. So thank you. That's what's going to keep me going through this and push myself to become a better maker and get through not being overwhelmed with the work. It's going to be a little interesting once I get started to see what my time really looks like with projects. That's why I only took on 5. But I think I'm going to be okay. At least I'm hoping. We'll see. So that's happening, and there's a lot of things going on. So we're getting to the end of the year, and it made me really think about where I've been. My daughter and I were talking, and I don't know if I brought it up on the channel before, but I haven't been doing this very long. It's been almost 2.5 years, and things are really, really good. And that made me go back. Someone made a comment. I don't know if it was, I think it was during a live stream, that I should make a video compilation of all my work. And I do save as many pictures as possible of every knife that I build. There are some that just have somehow got lost in translation somewhere, or I accidentally deleted them and they didn't get saved. And as much as I would love to do a video compilation, that's going to be a lot of work to try to put together. I have a lot of stuff saved on different mediums and different places, so it's kind of difficult to do, but it made me go back and start looking at it. And then I found some of my really early stuff, and I was like, ooh, geez, wow. At the time, I was like, this is awesome. I am great. And then I'm looking at it now, and I'm like, no, not great. But the eye of the beholder. So it makes me think where it's going to go. And I feel like I've grown a lot in the amount of time that I've been doing it, and getting some respect from other makers about the work that I do. I share my work on Instagram, and I share my work at the knife club that I go to. And these people that have been doing it a heck of a lot longer than me are saying, you're doing a great job. Wow, this is really good. And I asked for that criticism, and the last time I didn't really get much criticism. Nobody said anything, which I was surprised about because I'm always open to it. So, and they'll pick the knife apart and be like, okay, well, this doesn't line up with this and this doesn't line up with that. And I get it. And I see those things and I want to correct it. So it made me really think back and how much I've grown as a maker, and how this has kind of evolved into something that maybe it really wasn't supposed to. It was just supposed to be something fun. And now it's turning into something that I love. And you guys push me to just keep going and keep making really awesome things and coming up with the ideas for the channel. That time-lapse build, that was really cool. I had fun doing that project, and that project turned out really good. That knife turned out really good. So the owner of that knife, it's been shipped out and it's on its way. And I hope they really like it and share it so everybody can see it, because that was a really cool project to do. So with that, that leads me into 2024 and what that holds. What does it hold? I don't know, but I'm going to enjoy the journey no matter what it is. I'm hoping I can get as many knives out the door as possible to you guys so that you guys can get them in your hands and possibly have an opportunity to own one of my knives so you can understand the use of it and just enjoy it like I enjoy the knives that I have for myself and all the other knives that I carry too. But that's the hope, to get it all out there for you guys. So I hope you enjoy it. And I'm looking forward to a good 2024. I know we're not to the end of 2023 yet, and I'm not counting it out. But before you know it, it's going to be here. And I have to plan for January now so that I can continue doing what I want to do. So what is it that I'm doing? So let's talk. I did the big holiday sale last week on my Etsy store, and I sold almost everything except for one lonely custom is left. And I don't know why, but someone please rescue him or her. Please rescue this knife from the Etsy store. No, the Bloom XL is the only one that's left. It has not been purchased yet. It's still on the Etsy store, AEB-L steel. $170, I think, is what I'm asking for it, which is very reasonable. 4-finger little EDC fixed blade camp knife. You can carry it however you want. Nice Kydex sheath. So it is still available and still ready for someone to take it home and possibly get it before Christmas. I don't know. USPS is doing some funky things right now, but you never know. There are many possibilities left. But everything else is sold. The purple and white one sold. The Damascus Obsession sold. The Damascus Column sold. The Crow, Bluminati has been saying he got that. Bluminati got it. He posted a little video taking it, whacking some wood with it, which made me cringe like crazy. And then he's sliced some paper with it, and he said it's still sharp as heck. So good. I'm glad. I stand behind the product, but still, when you see your product being used, something like that, you're like, ooh. But I understand him doing that, because that knife, once you get it in your hand, you just want to you want to bang something with it. It's just, that's what that knife is supposed to be. So the Bloom XL is still available. So please, if you're interested, check out the Etsy store. I'll put a link in the description of this video. And then I have 2 more knives that I'm working on for the final of this year. I decided I'm going to finish 2 more customs for the end of this year, and they are the naked column. I'm doing 1 more naked column. This is 3/16 80 CRV2. I posted a video of these guys, this one, yesterday. So check that one out. And then I also have the mini gargoyle. That these 2 are both ready for heat treating. They are skeletonized models, so they're going to be exactly what you see is what they're going to end up looking like, besides what the end finish that I plan on doing with it. I know what I'm doing with the mini gargoyle. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with the naked column yet, so we'll see. This also just got spoken for. So someone reached out, said they were interested, saying, hey, how can I get a mini gargoyle? And I said, well, reach out to me on Instagram. They did. And this one is now going to be that person's knife. I'm going to continue finishing it, finish it the way that I had wanted it to, which that person signed off on. We're going to do a little bit different on the sheath. But other than that, this knife is going to be that person's knife. So tomorrow, those are going to get heat treated, I'm hoping, and get them done quickly as possible. So I'm hoping I'm going to get those done here in the next couple days. By the end of the weekend, this video is going to come out on Friday. So by Sunday, I should have finished those up, or I should be finishing those up on Sunday. Maybe on the live stream, if I'm able to do a live stream on Sunday, I'll be finishing those guys up. Which then brings me to what's next. Well, I've been saying it, and I teased it a little bit on the other video, but I have the yoke does. And I have cleaned up 2 of them, and I am working on those. So I have the 4 yoke does. And that brings me to something else that came up just recently. But I have the other ones that, they're looking a little ragged. I don't know how these were cut up. I think Tim, I have to go back and look at Tim. If you're watching this, let me know. Were they laser cut or were they water jetted? Because whatever it was, I want to make sure that if I ever do blanks again, we're doing it in a different way, because that ended up, they actually hardened the steel around the edges. So it's kind of difficult for me to clean that up. So I have the 4 yoke doughs that I'm going to be doing. And that brings me to something I wanted to talk to you guys about. I posed in my last video whether if I was to do blanks, I'm in the middle of getting my designs put in CAD. I sent someone 3 designs and they're putting it into CAD, and that person is awesome. And if he wants his name put out, I'll put his name out. He's awesome. So he's putting the rock copper, the petal, and the thorn into CAD. Those are fairly popular models, and I just figured let's start putting them into CAD and see what comes of it. The thought is that getting those put into blanks. Now, here's my nervousness and my trepidation with it. I think I said it in our last video, is if I was to do blanks where I get something like this in that's already cut out, already has the holes drilled, does that lessen the authenticity of this being handmade? I don't know. I still have the hard job of putting in the bevels, and that's really the heart of the blade, is grinding those bevels in and getting that nice and straight, and then hand sanding everything out the way that I do. That's like the heart of it. So really, if I get a blank that's like this, the only thing I'm not doing is cutting it out to shape, grinding it to shape, and drilling the holes. Those are the only 3 things I'm not doing. So I think I still want to play with the idea, because getting a knife where I don't have to clean the edges up and I get it nice and perfectly shaped the way that I have spec'd it out, get the holes drilled and get it in, and then all I have to do is do minor cleanup and the bevels and everything else, that saves me probably about an hour per blade. I'll say 30 to 45 minutes per blade, which adds up pretty quick. When I can get them in, clean up the edges a little bit. So I cleaned there. That's what it did look like. And I cleaned it up. So if I can clean up the edges and just be done, that saves me a good amount of time. And what I think I've come up with, and you guys, you can tell me in the comments, you guys are always good about that. If it's a customer knife, so let's say the 5 that are in the book, I think those I will hand cut myself, hand shape myself, and do everything myself. But if I decide, hey, I'm going to do these 5 and I'm also going to do a bud, or I'm going to do a rock hopper of my own design or my own whatever that I wanted to do, then maybe I can pull a blank from that stack and do it. What do you guys think? I think it's fair. I don't think it really takes too much away from the handmade aspect of what I'm doing. It just takes a couple steps out that allows me to get things done a little faster. I don't know. I still want to play with it. I still have to see how much it's all going to cost, because that's a huge deal, is what these things are going to cost. But I still want to play with it. I'm getting everything in CAD regardless, because I would love to be able to get it in CAD, and love to be able to, instead of having the wooden blanks that I use for the knives, to maybe get it into acrylic or 3D printed or something like that, where it's going to last a little longer, I feel like, than maybe the wood will. I don't know, but I'm old school with it, and I'm just doing what's been working for me right now. And sometimes you want to grow, and then sometimes it's good to just keep doing with what works. Both ways are good and both ways work. But anyway, I don't know. Tell me what you guys think about that. You guys have already done it in the other video, but I'd like to get some more thoughts on it with what I've just said with that. So my goal is to get those 2 done by this weekend. Then I can turn my attention to the yoke doughs and get these hopefully all cleaned up and start the bevels by the end of December. I have a week off. I have a whole week off in December. And I plan on getting a lot of work done that week. I'm going to balance a lot of family time. It's the holidays, so I have a lot of family stuff going on, but I also am able to get out in the shop a little bit and get these guys done. So I'm hoping by the end of December, I can get all 4 Yoctos at least in a spot where I can send them out for heat treating. I don't know if I'm going to be able to send all 4 of them out just because that is expensive, but I need to get them all done for you guys so that I can start on the customer projects. Speaking of the 4 customer projects that I have going on, I have some really cool stuff. I've already kind of drawn them out on the steel that they're going to be used for. So I have 1 full custom, a new, hopefully new model. I don't know. We'll see how it turns out and if that person really likes it. I have a thorn, another thorn in the works. Oh, well, yeah, let me finish that. A thorn, a cardinal. Somebody wanted a cardinal and they want me to do something a little bit different with the cardinal. They want it skeletonized. It's awesome. I've never done a skeletonized cardinal before, but I want to do it. If you guys don't know what the cardinal looks like, I don't have one, or one I can show you. Hold on, let me pull it out. Okay, so the cardinal looks like that, and he wants it skeletonized. So I think that's pretty cool, a neat idea. I've never tried to do anything skeletonized like that, but what the heck? I might drill some holes in the handle, and be done. It'll be a cool little fixie. Hey, that's what I like about it. You guys push me to do different things. And then someone wants another flamingo, which is going to be going out very soon to its owner. So Stacy's going to get her knife very, very soon. Hopefully I'm going to ship it out tomorrow. And so somebody else wants a flamingo. So I'm going to, with some crazy colors, and I'm going to do the crazy colors for that person. My buddy Kevin. So Kevin, hearts and prayers for Kevin. He's going through a lot right now. He's got a lot of health issues. But Kevin, you're going to pull through, man. I know you are, because you're strong. So Kevin wants a flamingo. So I have a flamingo, a cardinal, thorn, and a full custom, which we do have a name for it, but I'm not ready to tell everybody what it is until that knife is finished. Also, on top of all of that, Jim Miller's thorn just got done at Peter's, and they're shipping it. I'm hoping they ship it tomorrow. So hopefully by Wednesday, Thursday of next week, I'm going to get that back so I can finish that up. So Jim, I'm sorry it's taking so long for you, friend, but I'm hoping to get that done and out to you as well. So I'm going to be working on Jim's thorn and the Yoctos kind of all at the same time, getting all that done. So it's going to be a matter of, oh, that's getting glued up. Okay, let me run over here and do this. Then that's tied up. Okay, let me go over here and finish this. And it's just a matter of adjusting my time accordingly for that, which is awesome because I need to be busy and I need to get going on these knives and get those things out to you so I can continue to make more product. And I'm starting to get out to other makers. And this community is amazing how they step up. People reach out, hey, I heard you were looking for CAD. I could do that for you. And then I'm like, oh, really? Well, okay. And then they're like, hey, you're looking for blanks? Check this company out. They do blanks. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Because there's some places locally that said they would do it. But then they're like, no, I can't drill the holes and I can't do this. And then that doesn't make it worth it for me. So this community has been amazing. It's amazing, this community. How everybody wants to look out for each other. You would think us crazy people who like knives, you would think people from outside look at us and they're just kind of like, you guys are weird. But us in here, we all love each other. We all have that crazy thing and it's like, yeah, you're a knife person. You're a real knife person. and you all look out for each other. And that's just not in like the EDC world and pocket knife world. It's also in the custom maker world. We're all in this together. We're all trying to make it work. And even when you think that none of this is making any sense and I have no idea what I'm doing, good. You're probably right where you need to be. That's funny. And that's the comment I've had. It's like, yeah, I really don't know what I'm doing. And they're like, well, good. You don't know what you're doing, but you're doing it and you're doing it well. So anyway, guys, that's what I have for you. Please subscribe, like, leave a comment or not. That choice is yours.